For more on this, let's bring in Te Tai Tokoro Principals Association President, Pat Newman. Kia ora, Pat. Thanks very much for talking to us tonight. Can you help set the scene for us a little bit here? What's the situation like at your school up at Horohoro Primary in Northland?
Kia ora. It's fascinating, to be honest. And the biggest thing that you notice is that when you go to school at the moment each day, you're not quite sure what's going to be happening. You're not quite sure how many staff you're going to have till you get there. You're not quite sure whether you've got all the relievers. You're not even, in fact, sure how many children are going to turn up. So I use the word flux. It's in a movable flux situation, if that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah, there are other words as well, but I won't go into those. Hey, a bit of chaos maybe, but anyway, do you think the pool of teachers in New Zealand, just looking at the teachers in particular, is that big enough, or do we need to do more to be working hard to attract teachers from overseas?
You're caught in between, because the last thing we want to do is to put teachers in front of our kids that are perhaps not the best ones to have. And when we talk about loosening up the situation, and I know the ministry is looking at how they can help schools bring in teachers from overseas, but in my experience, you have to be damn careful that the people that you are bringing in actually are able to do the job that they're required to.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's a real concern when we talk about this. I think we have to be able to say, in normal circumstances, there's probably enough teachers. But the difficulty is that our relieving pool has been shrunk. It's been shrunk by COVID. It's probably been more shrunk lately by the flu. It's been shrunk by the relievers that we'd normally have in schools up here, getting permanent jobs to cover people who have retired or resigned or got ill or got caught up in the COVID.
You also touched on this as well, the number of students not showing up. That is also staggering. What can be done about that? Up here, the ministry is working very, very closely with principals and schools, and we're about to embark on a social media campaign, also linking into mainstream media. In fact, we might even come and talk to you people. But we've actually designed a whole campaign. Well, we haven't. We've employed some young people to do that. They've gone and talked to students. They've talked to everyone, and they're looking at promoting what the students have told us. That it's just quickly, what is the main message from them?
The main message from the kids is, we want you back at school, and this is from the kids to their friends. We want you back at school. We want everyone to have a bright future. You're not going to get a bright future sitting at home or not learning. And besides that, we miss you.
That is a great message. Good luck with your state of flux there, Pat, and thanks very much for your time tonight.
Not a problem, anytime. Good night.